Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What you're about to witness is my thoughts, just my thoughts. Right or wrong, just what I was thinking at the time. First and foremost, thank you please for supporting the channel and the platform. I appreciate it. Now that the formalities are out of the way, let's talk. This week at Man United. It is never a dull week at Man United, and this week has been no different. Let's start with King Eric. Not Monsieur Cantona. No, our very own brittle bad man Eric Bailly. He signed a new bench sentence this week. Am I happy he's staying? Of course. I love Bailly. I think he's our best defender. I'd love for him to play every game. Take your pick over who. Either the slushy Iceman or slab heady one. It doesn't matter. However, I am concerned with this one. Just a week ago, Bailly wanted out because he wasn't playing. And a damn thing changed. So why because contract this one signed? What does this really mean? Are we not going to buy a centre back this summer? Are you mad? Man already knows Bailly won't play ahead of these man. So are we saying Harry and Lindelof again next season? Oh Lord, save us from this nonsense. Bailly will be riding his sentence out with Van der Beek and Mata. We need to start a GoFundMe and release them from their wrongful convictions. Free up the mandem. Woodward, Pagan, man had another attack on his house in Manchester apparently. Ha! We don't believe you need more people. I thought he moved to London. So which house was attacked exactly? Make it make sense for me. Thank you, please. No, I don't condone violence. Leave the man's home and family alone. But I don't feel sorry for that chipmunk. Man, send pest control for chipmunks. Just left from this club and take your chipmunk brethren with you. It's time for Alvin, Simon and Theodore to get out of here, man. Shit. Ollie. Man like smiling Viking. I can't even knock your hustle right now. You just out here smacking up Italians when they try to step into the territory. Man said Romans, I'm a Viking, and he gave them lashings. I guess we know whose empire was greater now. And now you know Ollie loves to pillage away from home, so you know saying we're gonna go to the Colosseum and thump up some Romans in their own yard. Semi-final hoodoo broken. Even we couldn't fluff it from this position. Impossible. Now, I can appreciate all the good things that Ollie does, but I can't accept when he voluntarily plays these man. Every game, every damn game, I refuse to believe that these men are involved in the ball work part of training. These men stay jogging and doing sprints. No ball work at any time. Meep and Fred play like the ball is square. That is the only explanation for their lack of pass or shot completion. It's criminal. Yet these men are free to keep playing and our ballers are serving a quick 3 to 5 on the bench. Free up the mandem, I said. But we still have some ballers on the pitch. And these ballers have taken it upon themselves to win a trophy this season. Pogba, Bruno and Cavani decided enough is enough with the semi-final nonsense. These men said just keep the ball between us. The only person we'll pass to is Mason if and when he comes on. And that got us 6 goals. They got all the goals and assists between themselves against the Romans. I couldn't pick a man of the match. All I know is that we need to keep PP at all costs. I hope Bruno really is threatening not to sign a contract unless PP signs too. He knows what life without PP looks like. He ain't going back. We need to add to the quality, not lose the irreplaceable. PP has to sign. It looks like Cavani's about to sign too. I'm happy with that for another year. And the rumours of 2 quality additions in particular has got me gassed. Declan Rice and Jadon Sancho are exactly what we need. We need a DM to be forever done with McFred. I can take no more. He alone is better than them combined. I was very resistant to Rice before. The price was crazy. But then I checked myself. I love Rice. I need Rice. Rice is a staple of any good diet. It's so versatile and goes with everything. Can you imagine Rice with PP and Bruno stew? It sounds all kinds of delicious to me. Man like Jesse will be a perfect assist for this move. He's gone to West Ham and become their Bruno. They can't not sign him. I'm so happy for him, and if he feeds United some rice, he'll be a hero for life. There's a great deal to be made right there. Get it done, United. And this will now be the 3rd summer we chase Sancho. 3rd time better be a charm, because if Sancho becomes the new Schneider, it's gonna be shanking season. But if he signs, it's skanking time. Sancho is the seasoning we need to this stew. Well, I would be ecstatic with these 2 signings. Sign a centre back now. Oh, we can't go into another season with slabby, slushy, sensitive Tug and Axel. Unacceptable. I mean, Phil Jones is still in our book for flip's sake. We need a real centre back, and I would not be mad at signing for Fana if we can't get a Varane or the likes. But I don't expect us to make more than 2 big signings this summer. And for that and everything else, I must once again tell them Glazers to get the hell out. Thank you, please. I'm loving the pressure that's being applied. The protest at Old Trafford was super necessary. The Glazers needed to be met with violence, as Masvidal would say. Let's see how these pagans move when their money's affected. You think these images don't ring bells? The pressure's on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. You know what to do now. Stop buying United stuff just for 1 season. Watch how quickly they sell or start doing things properly. Next segment. Point number 1. Spotify Dan featuring Asna. Asna. Will the foolishness never end with these man? Man said Spotify wants to buy Arsenal from the Kroenkes. A man called Daniel Ech. Man like Spotify Dan has supposedly teamed up with Vieira, Henry and Bergkamp. Why? Because this one. Actually, hold on. I get it. Henry's getting that championship experience because that's where Arteta will have Arsenal by the time a takeover goes through. Bergkamp's scared of flying and Arsenal will never see Europe again, so I get why he's interested. Vieira's currently out of work and even Arsenal couldn't turn down this black man. I mean, they gave Lundberg a job for goodness sake. But what would they do with Spotify Dan? I think he wants to create a sick Invincibles podcast. The streams are his dream. He's looking for a new Joe Rogan situation. He's recognized that Arsenal is not a football club. They're an entertainment/reality TV club, and he wants to capitalize on that. He has seen Uncle Robbie's model and he wants in. The stadium would be sick with the new sound system. Their games would be called the Arsenal Show. They would have a soundtrack for their whippings. The Cronkies brought WWE music to the Emirates. They play Triple H but held Triple L's. They can't compete with Spotify. Daniel Ek wants to provide a playlist for the pain. I could just imagine it now. If every season ticket holder isn't a Spotify premium member, they'll play ads at every corner and goal kick. He'll get them Arsenal fans nice and vexed to do their own Spotify fan cams after the game. The views and streams will be outrageous. I see the plan. They'll probably start holding festivals in the Emirates. Bring Chip to the Emirates and show that stadium what an undefeated North Londoner really looks like. Something has got to get some applause at the Emirates. Spotify Dan will probably change the pay structure. These men will get paid 0.0006 pence per sprint, plus bonuses instead of guaranteed big checks for failure. It could be good for them. Make the Deadingtons earn their pennies. Lord knows they've been getting paid for no reason for time. Oof. If Spotify buy Arsenal, I'm going back to CDs. In fact, I hope it happens. It would be simple to devastate them. All non-Arsenal fans just cancel your premium and watch them crumble. Point 2. The spuds are baked. What is in the water in North London? It's contaminated, it must be. The clubs in North London are having the maddest battle. They're trying to out-Deadington each other. It's like they both realize they can't compete at the top end, so they've decided to clash over who can fail the worst. And as hilarious as Arsenal are, there can only be one winner in this joke man contest. And that is Tottenham Harry Spurs. Oh, where do you even begin with this ridiculous club? About a week ago, they got punched up a few miles from their yard. Man City came to their city and found no man. How you mean? It was only 1-0, but it felt like 50 shades of violation. City came to break spirits, and spirits were broken. Man had son crying on the pitch. How you gonna let them come to your ends and make your son cry and just stand there? It's pathetic. These spuds are overbaked. Harry has had enough. You can see it in his eyes. The maths just started mathing at the final whistle. Man sacked Poch for Jose. Okay, but then you sacked Jose and brought in Ryan Mason a week before a cup final. This club ain't serious. We all tried to tell you, Harry, but you signed a 6-year sentence to be the highest scoring failure of all time. You need to get out like your name was Daniel Kaluuya. He got out of North London and won an Oscar. Learn from him. But the L's didn't cease at the final whistle. Oh, no. Spurs have moved on from normal L's. They now hold M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T's. This club is the alphabet soup of failures. You name the L, they're taking it. How can Joe Hart, a current Spuds player, be on BT Sports doing Champions League punditry for Man City just 3 days after they punched up his team? And to make it worse, man said City haven't had a hard game in weeks. Just 3 days after playing them in the cup final. Will the L's never end? No, not if you're Spurs. So these simpletons think that they have some pull to attract some managers. Where did they get this ESL confidence from? They went after Nagelsmann. All it did was accelerate his decision to go Bayern and get them to pay that crazy compensation. Then they thought they could draw for a cheeky Ten Hag. Man extended his Ajax contract by a single year just not to talk to them. Who do Spurs think they are? Ryan Mason is what they chose after Jose. Spurs! These man need to talk to Eddie Howe, Sean Dyche, Scott Parker and them man. Them man might have time for Daniel Levy. That is more their level. About bringing Ten Hag to manage Dyer and Sissoko and them man there. Are you mad? I hope they keep Ryan Mason. Hopefully they got gassed by smacking over one of the worst Premier Leagues of all time and make Ryan Mason a permanent fixture. Point number 3. Social media blackout. What is the point of this? Someone explain to me, thank you please. How have the football authorities decided that social media isn't doing enough? Just weeks after they suspended a black player for getting abused. What are the clubs, FA, UEFA and FIFA doing about the abuse in the game for them to be onto the social media platform? It's your fans that are giving an abuse on those platforms. Are you smoking? And do you think your time off the socials, in a time where your own fans are mad at you anyway, is gonna stop the idiots from idioting? Being a racist, sexist or faithful is a 24/7, 365 type of job, baby. Ain't nothing getting in between the Twitter gangsters' thumbs and the screen. It's what they live for. Trolls are the new school crackheads. They are addicted to pompomism. Side effects include active thumbs, confidence from anonymity, loss of brain cells, overexcitement from attention, and super duper virginity. I agree. Social media platforms need to do way more and they can easily do so. But how can the football governing bodies be so barefaced and think they can talk this crap because they take a few knees and make a couple adverts? Burn your token gestures. Either make real changes or shut up and keep tweeting your paid sponsored ads. No one cares if you don't post for 3 days. Who are you affecting? People are just gonna tweet about all the people not tweeting, and when those people come back, they'll tweet about the fact they didn't tweet, or they told us before they stopped tweeting that they'll stop tweeting. If these bodies spent half as much time and money on actually trying to get racism out of the game as they do on advertising getting racism out of the game, we'd be more or less there now. But we know they don't really want that. Stop the hypocrisy and make some actual changes. You ain't fooling me with these token gestures. Next segment. Did you hear what Keane said? So man said it's a huge statement of intent from the United fans. We have to applaud them. They've had enough, simple as that, and that's why they've reacted the way they've done. This will go out all over the world, and hopefully the owners of United will sit up and take note. These fans are deadly serious, and this is just the start from United fans, I'm guaranteeing it.
What did you say? Hold on, what? What did he say? Somebody told me, what did he say?
This is why Roy Keane will forever be my captain. Man was leading on the pitch with ferocity, and man just gassed up the whole fan base with these bars. Meanwhile, did you hear Graham Souness? Some man said they weren't complaining when they were winning titles. Oh, I could have got killed by a flare.
What did you say? Hold on, what? What did he say? Somebody told me, what did he say?
Why does this dinosaur exist on our screens? This guy's brain was extinct in the 80s. He hasn't made sense since then. He's only back in the Glazers because he wants to continue to see us suffer. He watched us violate his team for 30 years. He's loving this, but he needs to jump off Dave Johnson and get his P45. It's time for his minimal lips to rest from all this doo-doo talking. The hypocrisy is nuts. Man said fans were inciting violence. Did he not plant a flag in the middle of the pitch in Galatasaray? Idiot guy. He just know he wanted to blame Pogba for what happened. But did you hear Gary Neville? Some man said it would be the honourable thing to do for the Glazers to put the club up for sale. Stadiums rotten, training grounds not in the top 5 in England, they can't keep up with the demands of this club. He said about Joel, he said he wanted to rebuild the trust with the fans, but he never had the trust.
What did you say? Hold on, what? What did he say? Somebody told me, what did he say?
Is Gary Neville trying to get me back on side? Man's really out here riding against the Glazers, spotting fans in the stadium and applying the pressure. Now I ain't saying my grudge with him is over, but I respect the hell out of these antics. Go on, Gary. Next segment. Finally, the English have some ballers in their ranks. There are a few special ones, but today I'm comparing Foden and Grealish. Let's start with techers. Foden is stupid techie. His touch is disrespectful, but his timing is Rolex-ish. He's so precise with the skip. 1 second he's there, the next is woo. Foden could turn a man in a phone box and he hits a ball clean. His vision is in the matrix. This is a 5 stars for Phil. Grealish now. I enjoy watching Jack more than any other player in the league. No one can take the ball off him. His touch is stiff heads. His control at speed and strength is outrageous. If he's about to lose the ball, he will win a foul. Jack is also a 5 stars. So let's talk about output. This Foden youth is crazy. He just bags everywhere. Premier League, Champions League, Cup games, international football, and important goals, not just any goals. He ain't just benefiting from being in a team of ballers. He's one of them and he's showing certain man in his team levels. Man's 4 star for output. Foden's outrageous, but Grealish is a whole Mazzolini by himself. This guy is always double or triple marked. He skips away or edges man off the ball, but he doesn't just mock man. Oh no, he creates. Non-stop, chance after chance after chance. He scores too, and most importantly, he does dumb numbers playing for Aston Villa. Villa, I said, it's a madness. That's why he's a 5 star. Let's talk swagger. Foden has a 1 stripe in his fade and always has his thumbs up when he's running. It's too subtle. He don't even have a slick celebration. He's too techie not to have a better signature. Step your game up, Phil. 2 stars. Now Grealish, he has the hairband and the socks. He steps on the pitch looking like he's supposed to be the star. He don't need that hairband. His hair ain't long enough. It's a statement. And the socks being so low is perfect for the close-up slow-mo vids of him whamming man. Personally, I think the only reason he wears them so low is because they won't fit over his calves. They are Twinchington. They get like that when you carry an entire team. 4 stars. Special talents. Foden has it all to his game. Every aspect of his game impresses me on the next level. The highest compliment I can give him is that I don't believe he's English. I thought about this and his special talent is his IQ. I couldn't choose a single attribute for this youth. His feet are sick, his shoot is disgusting, his time is precise, his vision is 20/20, execution is consistent, but the youth is 20. The thing that impresses me the most is his decision making. This is what allows all of his other abilities to shine. 5-star youth. He could really go on to be a huge player. But Grealish is similar. I love everything about his game. His IQ and output are outrageous. But for me, Grealish's special talent is dribbling. This is one of the best ball carriers in the world. Oh, it's a joy to behold watching him one man on the wings up and down the country. Understand that he never loses the ball and he always creates something. I see Gaza when I watch him play. I even see my favourite player of all time, Ronaldinho. Not the takers of Ronnie, but just the pure power and poise and sheer disrespectfulness when carrying a ball at speed with 2 or 3 man onto you. Jack loves that stuff too. 5-star dribbler. Let's address some weaknesses. Phil Foden doesn't have any technical weaknesses. The only thing I don't rate about him is that he plays for City. And for that reason, it's a 1 star for you, Phil. Now, Grealish also doesn't have any technical weaknesses. This is another flawless player. He's a superstar trapped in Birmingham. We need to free him and unleash him on the continent. 4 stars. In conclusion, I rate both of these players so highly. I can watch them both all day. I just hope they keep getting better and better. But Foden plays for my ops, so Grealish is better. All jokes aside, Grealish is doing this madness at Villa. For me, it's Grealish over everyone in that England squad. Then it's Foden and then Sancho for me. These men are levels. Next segment. You're just nicking and living, you criminal. Oh, you dead in turn. Seeing as North London clubs are the feature of the week, it's only right that we restart nicking a living over there. And what a pool of Deadingtons to choose from. Oh, there are so many. The ground is fertile in North London. This is definitely where they make the Deadingtons at. But today's Deadington is a special one. He was imported on loan. It's been 2 years and he still can't convince anyone to pay him on a permanent thing. Danny Ceballos is a big rubbish. I refuse to accept he is Spanish. He can't be. He is key stage 3 Spanish at best. He can say hola and adios, but he doesn't know pass. He doesn't know goal. He doesn't know assist or good game. This is why he was rushed out of Spain. Zidane was watching him in training and lost his freaking mind. How can a man take so many touches and run around so much to gain 0 ground? He doesn't score, he doesn't assist, and he doesn't defend. What does he do? Zizou was shocked that this Ceballos guy could have the arrogance on the ball of Riquelme, but the ability of Jeff Hendrick, how dare he? Zizou was an artist with the ball. He was so disgusted watching his uselessness that he dashed him out the country. He wanted him to lose the entire passport. So he sent him to the only place that would take such a Deadington. A club that is basically an orphanage for Deadingtons. Arsenal Football Club, the home of garbage. He had to get it done before Brexit. He wanted to make sure that there was some water between Ceballos and Madrid. Obviously, Zizou knew there was no chance of a reunion with him if he's at Arsenal. They won't be seeing Champions League football until well after he's retired. Furthermore, Ceballos is clearly not even Europa League level. He told the world before the Villarreal game that he's more suited to Spanish football. But the real Spanish players mocked him all over Spain until he got himself sent off. He needs to go play his football in Azerbaijan. That seems more his level. You know Ceballos is dead food when Arsenal don't want to keep him, even with a discount. Zizou is tearing out the last 5 hairs on his head at the thought of him coming back. He isn't wanted at yard or abroad. Man's getting that Shamima Begum treatment. Danny Ceballos, you are nicking a living, mate.